Welcome to Election Night of America 2024, where incumbent President Joe Biden and his Vice President Kamala Harris will be taking on former President Donald Trump and current Governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis. It is now 7 p.m. on the East Coast due to poll closings in the states of Georgia, Indiana, Kentucky, South Carolina, Vermont, and Virginia. In Georgia, 16 electoral votes. That is 2 votes to call it 31% of the vote in. Joe Biden leads by about 21,000 votes there. In Indiana, 11 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. In Kentucky, 8 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. In South Carolina, 9 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. In Vermont, 3 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. And in Virginia, 13 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. This now puts Joe Biden at 16 electoral votes, while Donald Trump is at 28 electoral votes. It is now 7:30 p.m. on the East Coast, with poll closing in states of North Carolina, Ohio, and West Virginia. In North Carolina, 16 electoral votes. That is too close to call it 24% of the vote in. Donald Trump leads by about 7,000 votes there. In Ohio, 17 electoral votes. That is too close to call, with 28% of the vote in. Donald Trump leads by about 55,000 votes there. And in West Virginia, 4 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. This now puts Donald Trump at 32 electoral votes, while Joe Biden is at 16 electoral votes. 8 p.m. on the East Coast, there are poll closings in the states of Alabama, Connecticut, Delaware, the District of Columbia, Florida, Illinois, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Mississippi, Missouri, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, and Tennessee. In Alabama, 9 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. In Connecticut, 7 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. In Delaware, 3 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. In the District of Columbia, 3 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. In Florida, 30 electoral votes. That is too close to call with 37% of the estimated vote in. Donald Trump has a pretty big lead. We expect that to shrink. In Illinois, 19 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. In Maine, all 4 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. In Maryland, 10 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. In Massachusetts, 11 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. In Mississippi, 6 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. In Missouri, 10 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. In New Hampshire, 4 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. In New Jersey, 14 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. In Oklahoma, 7 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. In Pennsylvania, 19 electoral votes. That is too close to call it 30% of the vote in. Joe Biden leads by about 13,000 votes there. In Rhode Island, 4 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. And lastly, in Tennessee, 11 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. This now puts Joe Biden at 95 electoral votes and Donald Trump at 76 electoral votes. It's now 8:30 p.m. on the East Coast with poll closings in just the state of Arkansas. And in Arkansas, 6 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. No surprise. This now puts Donald Trump at 82 electoral votes, while Joe Biden remains at 95 electoral votes. It is now 9 p.m. on the East Coast, with poll closings in the states of Arizona, Colorado, Kansas, Louisiana, Michigan, Minnesota, Nebraska, New Mexico, New York, North Dakota, South Dakota, Texas, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. In Arizona, 11 electoral votes. That is too close to call 28% of the vote in. Donald Trump leads by about 4,000 votes there. In Colorado, 10 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. In Kansas, 6 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. In Louisiana, 8 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. In Michigan, 15 electoral votes. That is too close to call 32% of the vote in. Joe Biden leads by about 22,000 votes there. In Minnesota, 10 electoral votes. That is supposed to call 18% of the vote in. Joe Biden leads by about 47,000 votes there. In Nebraska, 4 out of the 5 electoral votes. This is the popular vote and the 1st and 3rd congressional districts going to Donald Trump. But in the 2nd congressional district, Joe Biden going to be winning that. In In New Mexico, 5 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. In New York, 28 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. In North Dakota, 3 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. As well as South Dakota, also 3 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. In Texas, 40 electoral votes, and is supposed to poll 36% of the vote in. Joe Biden leads by about 45,000 votes there. In Wisconsin, 10 electoral votes, also too close to call, with 26% of the vote in. Joe Biden leads by about 7,000 votes there. And lastly, in Wyoming, 3 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. This now puts Joe Biden at 139 electoral votes and Donald Trump at 108 electoral votes. We can now make a projection. In Ohio, 17 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. We project this as Donald Trump leads by about 277,000 votes there, with 68% of the estimated vote in. This now puts Donald Trump at 125 electoral votes, while Joe Biden remains at 139 electoral votes. We now have a key race alert. In these states, Joe Biden leads. In Georgia, he leads by about 18,000 votes. In Pennsylvania, he leads by about 15,000 votes. In Michigan, he leads by about 25,000 votes. In Minnesota, he leads by 50,000 votes. In Texas, he leads by 41,000 votes. And in Wisconsin, he leads by 5,000 votes. And Donald Trump leads in the following states. He leads by 12,000 votes in North Carolina, 78,000 votes in Florida, and 5,000 votes in Arizona. It is now 10 p.m. on East Coast, so the poll goes in the states of Iowa, Montana, Nevada, and Utah. In Iowa, 6 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. In Montana, 4 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. In Nevada, 6 electoral votes, that is supposed to call at 22% of the vote in. Joe Biden leads by about 12,000 votes there. And in Utah, 6 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. This now puts Donald Trump at 141 electoral votes, while Joe Biden is still at 139 electoral votes. We can now make a projection. In Minnesota, and it's 10 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. The last time a Republican won Joe Biden was back in 1972 when Richard Nixon won it. We can project he will win it as he leads right now by 188,000 votes with 55% of the vote in. This now puts Joe Biden at 149 electoral votes, while Donald Trump remains at 141 electoral votes. It is now 11 p.m. on the East Coast, so the poll goes into the states of California, Hawaii, Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. In California, 54 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. In Hawaii, 4 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. In Idaho, 4 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. In Oregon, 8 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. And in Washington, 12 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. This now puts Joe Biden at 227 electoral votes, while Donald Trump is at 145 electoral votes. We can now make it a projection. In Nevada, 6 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. We call this as Joe Biden leads by about 54,000 votes with 58% of the vote in. And in Florida, we can also project that 30 electoral votes in Florida are going to Donald Trump. Donald Trump currently leads in Florida by about 227,000 votes with 77% of the vote in. This now puts Joe Biden at 233 electoral votes and Donald Trump at 175 electoral votes. It is now 1 a.m. on the East Coast, so the poll goes into just the state of Alaska. And in Alaska, 3 electoral votes going to Donald Trump. This now puts Donald Trump at 178 electoral votes, while Joe Biden is at 233 electoral votes. We can now make a projection in North Carolina. In North Carolina, and it's 16 electoral votes, is going to be going to Donald Trump. No Democrat has won in the state since 2012. We can project this as Donald Trump leads by about 75,000 votes, with 71% of the vote in. This now puts Donald Trump at 194 electoral votes, while Joe Biden remains at 233 electoral votes. We can now make another projection. In Michigan and its 15 electoral votes, it's going to be going to Joe Biden. No Republican has won Michigan since Donald Trump won it when he was elected in 2016. We project this as Joe Biden leads in Michigan by about 32,000 votes, with 91% of the vote in. And in Wisconsin, 10 electoral votes also going to Joe Biden. We project this as Joe Biden leads there by about 25,000 votes, with 94% of the vote in. This now puts Joe Biden at 258 electoral votes, while Donald Trump remains at 194 electoral votes. We now have another projection to make. In Pennsylvania, 19 electoral votes going to Joe Biden. We can project this as Joe Biden leads by about 117,000 votes, with 97% of the vote in. This now puts Joe Biden at 277 electoral votes, while Donald Trump remains at 194 electoral votes. This now means we can project that Joe Biden will be re-elected President of the United States of America. He is the third president in the 2000s to be re-elected. We can also project Joe Biden will win Georgia and its 16 electoral votes. He leads in Georgia by 145,000 votes, with 96% of the estimated vote in. This now puts Joe Biden at 293 electoral votes, while Donald Trump is at 194 electoral votes. We have another projection to make. In Arizona, Joe Biden is going to be winning its 11 electoral votes. The last time a Republican won the state was in 2016. We project this as Joe Biden leads by 13,000 votes, with almost all of the votes in. And in Texas, we can project that Joe Biden will win it, and it's 40 electoral votes. The last time Texas went blue was in 1976 when Jimmy Carter won it. A big gap, but Joe Biden was able to win Texas. He currently leads by 65,000 votes, with 95% of the estimated vote in. This means that the final vote totals is that Joe Biden will end up with 344 electoral votes, while Donald Trump will have 194 electoral votes. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe with the notification bell on. I really appreciate it. Be sure to comment down below what you want me to make, any consensus maps, any election predictions, any election nights, even like an election game that I could record myself playing. And thank you again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.